Okay, folks, it appears that we are live. So as folks are kind of coming in, I thought I'd do a little playing. Yeah, welcome to the Sunday live stream, guitar and improvisation live stream. Start out by playing a little bit on Always and Forever. Hello, Jason L. How's it going? Welcome. All right. Let's do a little playing here. Okay, so yesterday we released the Always and Forever chord melody arrangement. Hey Jeffrey, how's it going? Good to see you here. So put that together. Have one of our members on the website, fretprince.com, told me he was working on it and really liking that tune. And I said, well, I've got a couple videos on the YouTube channel on it. I have one that is just a melody video that I probably did, I don't know, somewhere between 5 and 10 years ago. And it was single line melody. And so I thought, well, you know, this is a nice tune to be arranged for chord melody. And I watched some videos of some folks playing chord melody. They're really nice videos on YouTube of chord melody arrangement. So I thought I'd do my own. And so yeah, put that out there yesterday, and some I think pretty kind of cool things about it. Get this voicing with the half step there. So that's kind of cool. And then you know, rather than playing maybe down here, which I love this sound. This sounds great. I kind of prefer it actually, but when you get to going to the D, you know, you kind of run into a problem where this is really tough to grab, especially just on the spot. So could do drop D, considered that, but went with this, which I like. So kind of a little intro there. Jeffrey says light snow in Philadelphia. Yeah, we are, I think, expecting some snow. Kind of we had sleet this morning. We had snow yesterday, actually quite a bit. I mean, not a huge amount, but a few inches. Made my way out to a gig this morning, and yeah, it wasn't too bad, driving wise, but I was a little nervous. Not so much about the driving, but some folks just a lot of folks out there on the road, so I left a little later than I needed to, and so. But roads were fine, and the check engine light came on, so it was a little stressful, wondering if you're gonna kind of get there or not. We are streaming on Substack, Facebook, and of course YouTube, which is kind of my regular place to hang out. So let me know if you have any questions about guitar or anything really, relating to music and improvisation, because I can feature that on my new series, this new Wednesday series where I just kind of chat and do an improv recording and take some questions, stuff like that. So perhaps I'll do a little something on Always and Forever this week. So really nice tune. It's interesting how the chords tend to move kind of more stepwise. Right, and some interesting little changes. So it kind of walks up and then walks back down, and some interesting voicings here. This is kind of cool one. So you think F minor 6 over the G. At the beginning of that recording that I did, or not recording, but that little live improvisation on the tune, I was playing around with some voicings. A minor 9, so you get kind of that sound. It's kind of D minor 6, or no, what was I doing there? Maybe this one. So some nice little voicings there where you can kind of get those half steps going. So one thing you can do with your voicings is to take some of the sounds and adjust your voicing. So if you know of, let's say, A minor 7, like this, you can, let's say, take the root note and replace it with a 9. And you can play, we can try C, anything that's C major 7, put that over A, and you've got the A minor 9. So folks may already be aware of that. Not sure. It's always kind of tough to know where folks are with stuff, and I'm sure there's kind of a variety of areas. But also taking 11, playing that kind of sound on the A minor. So inversions and taking and maybe replacing some tones to end up with expanded vocabulary of tones. So let's explore that a little bit more, and let me know if you see anything that's interesting. I can try to see if I can recall the moment that occurred. I'll play over this again. Okay, so Always and Forever, really beautiful tune. I did it on the on this guitar, if you've already seen it. That's obvious, I guess. But was considering, maybe doing it on the nylon string. I think the original is nylon string, and I did do a little prepping for it on this instrument behind me. It's kind of the classical guitar. On that particular guitar, it gets a little tough going up to this A minor 7 flat 5. So that's kind of a little tricky, but because the body of the guitar just kind of comes up right there at that 12th fret. But also just for recording, I've been using this this particular guitar, so I'm kind of acquainted with getting it to record. Okay, and all that. So I did do a mix early on and decided to change the mix. I was going to go with a maybe an impulse response plugin, and then I decided to just go to my regular amps and stuff. Yeah, I think that ends up ultimately a good bit better. So a couple of things to be aware of on this tune. You want to have some things going on with minor, the ability to negotiate some of those changes. Now, some things that are typical in minor, if you're in a minor key, right, like say A minor, you want to be aware of the natural minor scale, but oftentimes within the course of the tune, sort of the flow of the harmony, you end up getting some other tones involved in there, like G sharp. Right, so if we have a G sharp diminished or G sharp over E, something like that, right? That's going to give you that 5-1 motion. Right, so sometimes that G sharp is going to come up in the course of pretty much just about any tune that's in minor, or in this particular key. But remember, all the keys are going to operate in a very, very much the same way relative to its tonic. F sharp is another one that you're going to expect to come up. Right, we have this F sharp diminished, half diminished. Although some folks take issue with the half diminished name, which is understandable, so you can always call it F sharp minor 7 flat 5. Okay, so that's going to be another tone and chord that's going to be expected in this tune. And then a couple times we have C minor, right? Or C minor 7. We have an E flat type chord in there as well. So we can maybe borrow some chords. A flat, also A flat, major 7. So we can borrow some chords from, let's say, the relative major in A minor, which is C, and then take its relative, or its, parallel minor. Sounds kind of convoluted, but it's really not that complicated. Right, so you take the relative major of A minor, which would be C, and you work with some chords out of its parallel minor, right? So the key of 3 flats, you can have an A flat major, and you can have an E flat major. So this gives it really kind of a nice impression to the sound. Right, so that motion there is really pretty cool. Stop me if you see anything that you might like to try yourself. But yeah, E or A minor 7, A flat major 7, C major 7 over G, and then F sharp minor 7 flat 5. All right, so hard to read your name, but says hello, so hello back to you. Thanks for joining us today. All right, so perhaps we'll do a little more. Maybe I'll take out the rhythm guitar. Just kind of explore some voicings here this time. Okay, so yeah, beautiful tune, and I say one of the great tunes by Pat Metheny. We did a couple of tunes that Pat Metheny has either played on or recorded recently. Solar by Miles Davis. Recommend listening to Metheny on that. It's pretty cool, kind of what he does. Now I played the melody differently. I think it was just 2 weeks ago that I did that one, that melody lesson video. But he plays it in two registers. So the first time he plays it lower, and then the second time he plays it up a bit higher. And one thing that I didn't do on the lesson video, but I think is kind of cool, that he does, is he takes this little unison line in between when after he states the melody the first time on that, and then goes up an octave after that. He kind of does this little back and forth on a unison G, which is pretty cool to check out. But great tune. A lot of fun to play lines on that. It's really pretty cool, and So, but there's a bunch of recordings of Matheny playing on that tune. I believe maybe some live footage of him playing. I think um, with some folks. And what else did we do? We worked on our Spanish love song, uh, which is a tune by Charlie Hayden, and really nice. I wasn't too familiar with that tune, but I really enjoyed it. So that was a nice one to put on the channel. If you're looking for some of these, check out the playlist Learn Tunes and check those out there. Okay, let me double check our chats around here. Thanks for your chats and emojis and everything. It's encouraging to get to see a little bit of talking here and there. I get a little worn out really after playing in the mornings on Sunday, and I think I just have one more week. Although I do enjoy it, like being involved with these folks. It's just a subbing kind of thing. Jay Quirful, hello. How's it going? So I haven't entirely decided what I'm going to be talking about this midweek on our kind of chat and all that, but I kind of leaning towards thinking or just discussing a little bit about learning learning guitar online, maybe expanding on some of the elements that we talked about with kind of sort of the self-taught phenomenon and everything. And you know, I get kind of an impression that you know, the algorithm and the you know, the whole way that social media is set up, and I think that includes YouTube, is to, you know, get folks' attention and you know, say something a little maybe controversial or something, and get views. I do think there's a lot of good information out there. But one thing I, you know, just kind of say, maybe this is what I'll lean towards talking about, is, you know, try to keep it fairly simple, like I'm talking about here, with a minor scale, a minor key. You know, focus on some of the theory, but just, you know, like basic theory. You know, knowing the chords in a key. You know, so for example, like this tune we're doing, Always and Forever. Right? If you got to survey the chords in the key, right? You can, right? That's almost the progression, you know, minus that B and the C, right? So if you're pretty good on the, you know, the key, and then you'll see, oh, G sharp, okay, G sharp diminished, and then you'll think, okay, well, you got E7. Like I said earlier, that's really common in a minor key to have an E7 or even in major, going to the A minor, to the relative minor in C major, or to the one chord in A minor, right? So you want to, I'm sure folks, like I said earlier, are at like a variety of levels of understanding, but some basic things. Be sure to know the chords all in the key. And one little tip of the day, I'm really trying to be sure to offer some really actionable tips and practical things that folks can kind of do and maybe enhance their practice sessions. Is to know chord progressions by their number, right? And if you use iReal Pro or something, it actually has a setting where you can place it on the number system. So, right, so this tune, 1, 4, 5, flat 6, flat 7, right? 7, or really the 5 over the G sharp, back to the 1, 7 major, right? And that will that's really how I believe our ears hear things anyway. So to have context, harmonic context to what's going on, and that's really how we develop skill at melodic line as well. It's all kind of interconnected. So there's some thoughts on that there, folks. All right, well, let's do maybe a little more playing on this tune. As I go with this live stream, I plan on adding more variety of tunes, but right now, just kind of getting one tune set up is kind of a thing, and then if I could try to standardize some of these mixes and stuff like that. So, all right, let's do it. Let's bring the guitar, the rhythm guitar back in here, and we'll focus a little more on single line play. Do a little improv on this tune again, always and forever. I'm going to include our intro up front. It's just nice to play on that. Okay, folks. Let's see. We've got welcome to Jay. Absolutely. So let's see. I have trouble reading your handle, but let's see. SSPZ6ZB says I'm not good at English, so I cannot understand perfectly, but I love the sound you play. Well, thank you very much. It's great to have you here, and hopefully, as technology helps us along the way, there are some translations available. I'm not sure if there currently are, but some of the music is hard to It's hard to understand the discussion just in your own, native language. So, or one's own, native language. So, yeah, it's great that you're kind of, overcoming two things there. But in a sense, like, well, just like you're saying, we can all understand music no matter what language we speak. It's sort of its own language, right? That's maybe universal to us. So, absolutely. And like I was saying earlier, you don't really have to get very complicated with theoretical things. Some basic awareness of minor and major, how some of the chords in a certain key lay out, and then minor is maybe a little harder to understand, maybe early on in one's development, but make sure you've got some things going in major first. But like I said, music is dynamic, it's changing, it's sort of elastic. So try to kind of think about what notes are in the key, and what notes might change a little bit. Like I said, the F sharp and the G sharp in the key of A minor are gonna come up. They're not always gonna be at the same time. Like an F natural and a G sharp. That's gonna be kind of part of the sound of the dominant, right? And you might have an F sharp and a G natural sometimes. Sometimes you might have an F sharp and a G sharp. So yeah, minor in particular, just is kind of moving in this direction and that, but you get used to it a bit. So thanks so much for listening today, folks. I just want to make sure everybody's aware of some of the things I've got going on. I've got Substack. This is a new thing for us here, releasing some occasional excerpts from things that I release on the website for our members. So check out Substack, and also the email newsletter, which I should have a link to in the description below here. That's another resource where I send or similar things out. But also I have some live streams that I do for our members of the YouTube channel of the lessons and talks, and I do have also a membership on Substack if you prefer that platform as well. So thanks for checking those things out. I'm glad you enjoyed the stream. it's really encouraging to hear that. Like I said, I got up really early this morning, which I have been doing. Um, 'Cause we got a dog here at our house, so I try to let her out or take her on a walk. We don't really have a fenced-in yard, but we take her out on a little bit of walk out early in the morning, and then ran out. To my gig this morning, which I have to say it always takes longer than one thinks to get out of the house. I don't know. Haven't picked a tune out for this next week yet, but we are pretty on course for our weekly melody video. So probably do a single line melody this week. But those chord melodies are fun. They're fun to put together, fun to arrange. It's really kind of like a problem solving thing, you know. There are limitations on the instrument, your range limitations, hand position, you know, stretches and limitations, and I do try to make it so that it's fairly accessible to a lot of levels. But you know, there's I featured this voicing in a few arrangements. I think it's on the Misty arrangement as well. So this can be a little bit hard to reach. One little bit of a tip on this: if you're trying to, sorry to point at folks, if you're trying to reach a note like this, don't have your elbow out like that, right? So have your elbow a little bit inward, and you can get a lot more reach by angling the palm somewhat towards your picking hand. So if you've ever seen some of the pictures of Alan Holdsworth, you know, playing, I don't have a specific voicing in mind, but you know, playing some, you know, crazy voicing, you know, this finger can reach pretty far if you're angled right, you know, so you could just point the tip of your finger, you know, that direction. So tip of the day. Hopefully I left folks with a few things that you can do to have some fun with and enjoy. So thanks again for joining our stream, and we'll see you all next Sunday. Should be 3 o'clock again as well. If you haven't already, don't forget to like and subscribe and share. Yeah, spread the word. Yeah. Thanks. Yeah. Thanks, Jeffrey, and good to see you again. All right, folks. Well, we'll see you next time. Enjoy your practice session if you can get one in, or just play a little bit. And I will see you all in the next one.